Hello and welcome to Game of Box Office. In this video we will analyze the box office run of 300. 300 was released on March 9th, 2007 in 3,103 cinemas and ran 126 days until July 12th, 2007. It was produced by Warner Bros. With a budget of $65 million and received an R rating. The movie grossed $70.9 million on its opening weekend and finished its run sitting at $210.6 million in the USA and Canada and $245.5 million overseas, for a combined total of $456.1 million. 300 was directed by Zack Snyder, who is a very well-known man in Hollywood due to movies like Watchmen, Man of Steel and of course 300. Back then, however, Zack Snyder did not have a big name and the historical action epic helped him to a great extent to obtain all the other director jobs which followed from there on. 300 is not really a movie for the masses. Usually historical epics are crowd pleasers, but due to the appearance and brutality of the movie, it quickly became clear that it is not your standard epic. The promotion was remarkable and there hardly was an R-rated release at that time that had undergone a comparable marketing phase. The movie opened to $71 million in the States and Canada, which even today, 8 years later, would be considered a very good R rating opening. In 2007, this opening weekend was unbelievable. With these numbers, 300 pulled off the third most successful opening weekend ever, just behind The Passion of the Christ and Matrix Reloaded. And these are two movies that were on the one hand a sequel to a hugely successful movie, and on the other hand the history of the probably most famous man in the world. 7 years later, 300 is still on 6th place of the most successful R-rated openings, and if we extrapolate the movie's numbers for today's standards, probably somewhere in the top 4. The total domestic revenue of $210 million was, in 2007, the 6th largest sum that an R-rated movie has ever made in the States and Canada. Today, 300 is 10th on that list. In 2007, 300 was the 10th most successful movie of the year, and of all R-rated movies even the most successful. With a global revenue of $456.1 million, 300 is on par with other high-profile epics like Troy or Gladiator, even though the movie is not based on widely known history. Additionally, the comic on which 300 is based enjoys nowhere near the level of popularity as other comics. 300 also behaved abnormally for an R-rated movie and had relatively good weekend drops. For the first 10 weekends it only dropped more than 50% twice. Otherwise, the drops were located in the 30 to 40% range. Sometimes it even dropped only 27 to 28%. As mentioned in our analysis of Prometheus and Straight Outta Compton, R-rated movies compared to PG-13 movies drop much faster because of the limited audience. The multiplier of almost 3, even though it had a tremendous $71 million opening, is remarkable and was repeated only by a few R-rated movies ever since. What can we say about 300 in conclusion? The movie paved the way for director Zack Snyder. Despite the lack of mass appeal, the movie appears in a large amount of top lists and to this day remains in these lists. The multiplier is very good, the drop values and also the total of almost $460 million for a movie that is not based on any well-known material also noteworthy. Due to these factors, the Game of Box Office team rates 300 with the grade A-. Our next video will be an analysis about Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, or a profile of J.J. Abrams. We hope you enjoyed this analysis. Be sure to hit a like and subscribe to our channel. You can also support us on the social networks listed below. See you soon, bye bye.